Pierre Gasly has finally opened up about his complicated relationship with fellow French Formula One driver Esteban Ocon, revealing details about how their once-strong friendship deteriorated dramatically. The Alpine driver explained there's enough history between them to fill an entire documentary. The two drivers grew up together and shared an incredibly close bond during their formative years. Gasly recalled spending Wednesdays and weekends together almost every week, alternating between each other's homes. That friendship formed the foundation of their early racing careers as they navigated the challenging path toward Formula One. However, everything changed at one specific race that served as a turning point. Gasly described how their relationship fell apart in a dramatic way after that moment, though he found it difficult to fully explain the circumstances. The incident clearly left deep wounds that have proven challenging to heal despite years passing. Despite the personal tension, Gasly acknowledged both drivers understand exactly where they come from and what they had to overcome to reach Formula One. That shared history creates a complex dynamic where rivalry and respect coexist uncomfortably. Gasly even suggested their rivalry ultimately proved beneficial, pushing both drivers beyond their potential in ways friendship alone might not have achieved. The competitive fire between them has driven exceptional performances on track, even if it destroyed their personal relationship off it. Sometimes the best motivation comes from wanting to beat someone you once called a close friend. The two served as teammates at Alpine during the seasons before Ocon moved to Haas. Working together at the same team while harboring personal animosity created an awkward situation, yet they managed to push differences aside when circumstances demanded it. The most memorable example came at the Brazilian Grand Prix, where Gasly and Ocon delivered a stunning double podium for the French outfit. Gasly described the achievement as remarkable, considering Alpine had gone from being last in the standings to placing two cars on the podium within just 8 months. The faces on the team were priceless, according to Gasly, who believes he'll remember that race as very special long after his career ends. That moment proved both drivers could put aside personal issues when representing their team and country on motorsport's biggest stage. Despite the ongoing tension, Gasly expressed optimism about eventually reconciling with Ocon. He has no doubt that in 10 or 20 years they'll be able to talk things through in a different way. Time and distance from their racing careers might provide the perspective needed to heal old wounds and possibly rebuild some version of their former friendship. The rivalry between French drivers carries extra weight given France's rich motorsport history and relatively small representation on the current Formula One grid. Having two talented French drivers competing at the highest level should be celebrated, yet their fractured relationship adds a bittersweet element to their achievements. Gasly's willingness to discuss the situation publicly suggests he's made peace with how things unfolded, even if the relationship remains broken for now. His comments acknowledge both the pain of losing a close friend and the recognition that their rivalry pushed both toward greater success. The Formula One paddock has witnessed many teammate rivalries over the decades, but few involve drivers with such deep personal history extending back to childhood.